All right. Welcome, brothers and sisters. No one in yet? That's okay. Just got done with the run. Feeling good. Hope it's not too windy. I know it is. No sun today. So, I want to start off with some great news. I don't welcome suffering to any innocent. But when it's an evil monster, I welcome karma and what they deserve. So I'd like to start off with O.J. Simpson is dead. That was too easy for him. I guess he died of cancer. This is a true monster. How do I know this? Well, I grew up with the gentleman he slaughtered in Chicagoland, Ron Goldman. Kim Goldman and I dated before they moved to California. She is a wonderful, brilliant woman. Ron was an awesome guy, nice as can be. I could go on forever about that. But him and Nicole were brutally slaughtered on her sidewalk. How do I know this? Well, first of all, let's look at the monster he was. You don't believe me? Listen to the audio of him beating her in the background, screaming. The pictures, the police reports, what he did to a woman. Bad enough to do it to an innocent guy, but a woman. Look at the pictures. It's not me making this crap up. Listen to the audio. Why? Oh, you could say maybe he was innocent on those charges. Oh, was he? Let's go back to the time and place. One reason and one reason only. The jury. The jury. Look who's on the jury. Look what was done. Look at the craziness in the media at the time. It's probably before many of your times that you were alive, but for the people who were around back then, the riots, the spewing that he's innocent. This guy beat his woman, just like saying, people idolize Mike Tyson, who's a scumbag rapist. Was he a great boxer? Did I love watching him box back in the day? Yeah, but he was a scumbag back then. He raped a woman, goes to jail, comes out. And people think he's the greatest thing in the world. He's a rapist. Was a rapist, will always be one. And he's scum. So, that's all I have to say about that. It's a good day. I would have liked to see him suffer more. Yes, I'm a vegan. But that's for the innocent. Anywho, that's all I got to say about that. Hopefully this gives a little closure to Kim and her parents. Kim Goldman and her parents. Kim's child. Very sad for them. Ruined their life. The markets. Where are we at in the markets? Well, we are in a place right now of uncertainty. The volume. If we're not 200 billion, 170 billion and above, but 200 billion is where we want to be, we're not going to skyrocket. Only way we skyrocket now, Grayscales went down their outflows a little bit, and people are like, it's over for that. Well, we don't know. They still have like 300 and some thousand yet in their accounts. So, those could sell at any time or hold, or they could start accumulating. We don't know. We need the inflows to start happening that will hit all the shorts above us to pop us up. Otherwise, we're going to chop around for a while between, it could be 67 and 71, 72. We could just keep chopping. And then some bad news, boom, drops us out. We have PPI come out today, PPI numbers. So it will take some serious positive news and inflows to get us to those shorts, to pop us up. That is right now what it's going to take. I believe the halving will help, but not necessarily that day. It could. Nobody knows. People think we'll have a sell-off on the halving or a rally. No one truly knows. I'm hoping it's, a little rally because, if we pop too high, that's when a big sell-off happens. There's always a correction. There's always profit taking. So some of the projects I bought more of in the last week, definitely could have bought them cheaper. That's okay. My accumulation is pretty good for now. I'm keeping a close eye on things. We're just in a kind of a weird space right now. of sideways action, choppiness. Not a great place to trade if you're a trader, but a good place to accumulate. But we have to be careful on some of the projects that are a little more risky. A couple new ones added to Coinbase. Shadow, I believe one was. I'm going to check that out. What do I think will be the absolute peak of Bitcoin's price? Okay, no one truly knows. I could be like Digital Asset News and say between $5 and $500,000, right? The truth, my gut tells me, and we don't fully know because of the ETFs. Anything can change, Corey, on a dime. The market, our last bull run was caught off guard with many factors in the last bull run. I don't know if you were here for that. If you were, you know then. Many factors: COVID, Elon Musk, inflation, the war in Ukraine. Like I said, the new COVID variant at the time, this is years ago. I think it's going to be very hard to get above. We're going to have a significant resistance above 100K. If we go above 100K, we're going to go up there, boom, 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 and then we're going to drop below it. This is my personal opinion. Because who's buying at 100K? I'm not. I'm in at 8,000. I'm not touching Bitcoin until the bear market. Then with, some of the millions I've made so far this run and more that I expect to make, if I sell at the right times, right, I will accumulate a bunch of Bitcoin in the bear market. Probably, 25, 30,000, wherever we retrace to. I think we'll know more. It's a macro thing. Don't let anyone fool you. I don't believe in super cycles. Everything has a bear market. I don't know if it'll be the peak. Exactly. Who knows? I don't know if that'll be the peak. It depends on the timing of it. We're going to have serious resistance at 100K. Like I said, who's buying it there? It's going to be institutional. Who wants to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin at 100K? Or $100,000 worth of Bitcoin at 100K? It's stupid. It just makes no sense. Why would you do that? I don't even believe in buying ETH. I believe in holding Bitcoin, but ETH, I don't. I had a bunch of ETH. I sold it off last bull run. Ethereum sucks. It's slow. I mean, and the layer twos I would not be investing in as well. It might have its time in the sun, but it hasn't yet. Look what ARB has done. Look what Polygon. Polygon's horrible, and I have a ton of it. I just want it to go to $2, and I don't know if it'll get there and get out of it. Here's a puppy. So I truly believe Bitcoin is not. Don't listen to anyone saying 300K. You obviously are not. You said 100K. It's not getting to 300K. It's not getting to 200K. In my opinion, I hope it does. But I can promise you it'll come down hard if it does that. The ETFs will sell off. People think it's just long-term holds. It's not. If they're making if they have investors have millions of dollars in there and it goes up to 200K, and let's say they make $20 million, something, they're going to sell. They're going to take profits. Oh, but they don't want the capital gains taxes. Oh, yeah, right. Like those investors don't have write-offs. Like they don't have accountants that know what the hell they're doing and know how to scam the system. So that is my opinion. But everything follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not an inflationary hedge per se. It should be, but it's not yet. It's partial, but it's not a full-on hedge. It'll take quite some time for that. Years and years for people to have buy-in on that. And there will always be sell-offs. If equity sells off, crypto sells off. And alts sell off harder. The decoupling dream, and I'm not being negative, I'm just telling it the way I see it, is not happening. So, good morning, brother. Hope you're well. Where are you dialing in from? Just got done with my run. Bear with, you don't want to see me, trust me. I'm nothing to look at. Oh, beautiful there. Beautiful. Hopefully you're having better weather than us in Chicago, or Illinois for that. I'm outside of Chicago now. But, yes, have a couple soccer games tonight with one of my daughters. Yeah, so the market is interesting. We're just going to be choppy for a bit. And there's some good buys out there. Proppy is killing it. Like I said, I should have bought it around the 50 cents and dollar mark, but I didn't. Suku, that I called it 4 or 5 cents, killing it. Didn't get any of that. You can only buy so many. 70 degrees. Yeah, we're 53 right now, but there's no sun, as you see. Yesterday was sunny as hell, but I'll take it. I run when it's, 10 below, if my body lets me. Thoughts on the current thought? Okay, Velodrome. I love it. I just bought more yesterday. I've been accumulating too much. I have about 150,000 Velodrome right now. Velodrome's kind of, it's following Aerodrome. It's for the people who missed Aerodrome. I bought Aerodrome as well, but it's for those people. Even though our Aero is a fork off of Velo. I don't like the tokenomics as much on Velodrome, but it'll see a run up in my opinion. That's why I bought it. That's why I bought more. I believe it'll see a run up again once things start moving. You're going to have certain alts like Suku or, Proppy and other ones. There was a couple other today. I don't know if I can look at this in my charts at the same time on my phone, but you're going to have your random alts spiking up for no reason, whale manipulation. And it might only take 6 million in volume. But once we get on fire again, and it's going to take Bitcoin busting into the 75 to 80K range, all alts will follow. Some will not follow as good. Some will come up 1%, and some will come up 400%. Since I've been on it, it doesn't seem as though the slipstream and super chain affect the price at all. Yeah, I think Velo will be good, and it depends where you want to get out at. I'll be happy getting out at. I just want to, I want to see all these things get to $1, get some support. AIOZ, did a great job getting to $1.09. And it just couldn't hold support at $1. Kills me. Ondo as well. I've bought a ton more of Ondo and Velo, Cody, Aero, Koval this week. My target is $2. Yeah, that's my target as well. But I want to see some support. Everything's got to get above $1. It's a mental game. And then you can hopefully get some support to keep it there. But we got to be in the market. We're going to have 30, 40 or more drops if we get into a true bull run, which we're not in right now. We're in a bull run, but we're not in a significant bull run until Bitcoin is leading the pack. But I like the two. I'll be happy with $2 or $5, and I think it could do it. I'm just having a hard time with Velo getting the token unleashed. They have a bunch of tokens to unlock, and I can't get the info. I've been digging in hard. They have quite a bit locked up, but I'm trying to dig in. You buying anything else? Taking advantage of some of these dips? I think we have some time to accumulate. I wish we didn't. I'm not one. Any update on XRP? Yeah, so XRP is just XRP. I have a ton of it. And, I was a believer for a long time. I don't think it's too late for Aerodrome. No, I don't, Corey. But I wouldn't be loading in. It's hard because I have it at 8 cents and at up to 40 cents. So it's hard to advise someone at $1 something. I do believe, though it will definitely go. I would sell it if I didn't believe it would go up. So I do believe we have a long run for it. All things going well. But back on XRP, there's no. News doesn't matter, Sandeep, on XRP, unfortunately. I've been in it since 2016, and they could have the greatest news there is, and it doesn't drive it. Because what's happening is it goes up a little, and Ripple sells on us. Or the whales who own XRP sell on us. That's what they do. They're just keeping down the cost, down the price. Same with Cardano, which I have a ton of as well. I want out of both of them for good. And Polygon. I'm up on all of them except for Cardano. I'm not a believer in any of them. Look at the tokenomics on all three of them. They're horrible. The only thing that drove up XRP, two things. First of all, with the case settlement or judgment call in July, that was good for a day. It drove it up to $1, 90 some cents, whatever it was, right back down. Well, because it was in the worst time possible. The worst time possible to get the the court case release. If it happened now, it'd be much better. But who sold on us? It was Ripple. They drove it back down. It's the only way they're making money. It's the only way they're making money is by dumping on us. And I'm not crapping. Yeah, I am crapping on them a little bit. I've had it too long, and I have a ton of it. But it's not at $3 or $4 at this point. Are you kidding me? And they're not burning any of their XRP to help out their community who's been with them for so long. I just want $2, $3 out of it, and you'll struggle to get there. Everyone will tell you, and I even used to say, it's the last to run and it'll pop up hard. It's always the last to run, but it pops up hard. Really? How do we know that? It happened once. The last bull market, it didn't happen because we didn't get it. We got locked into the SEC case, so everyone froze it or delisted it. I bought more before they froze it just because I had a good feeling about it and I took the risk. But it has not paid off for us, nor is Cardano. And I cannot stand listening to Charles Hoskinson at this point. Please don't hate me for that. I own a ton of it, but he doesn't care about price. We do. It's the only reason we're in this. So, did I rant enough on XRP? I would never advise buying Cardano, XRP, or Polygon. I think layer 2s are a big disappointment. And that's not where the narrative. It doesn't matter how many partnerships or how good something is right now. Look at Chainlink. Chainlink is stuck. It had its pop. It always does well in the bear market. It's stagnant and then it pops up. And Chainlink's amazing. But it's not moving. People think it'll get to all-time highs again. It may. I don't know. People are calling $120 for Chainlink. If we get into a serious parabolic altcoin season in some time, it could. But I don't own a penny of it. I'm not buying it at wherever it is right now, $18, $19, $20. Do I think it's a good investment? Yes, but not good enough for me to buy it. What else do you guys have? But back to Aerodrome. I like it. I wish I could look at some charts right now. I just don't want to lose you guys if I jump onto the screens. Now is the time for, is the time to buy the projects that you really believe in. Seems like most altcoins aren't doing anything, besides meme coins. Are we just waiting for altcoin? No, we're not waiting for altcoin season because once Bitcoin, you're right about meme coins, for sure. I'm only in one. I believe in them. I think they're great. I just don't go on DEXs. I don't need to. I'm good with the kind of the way I work crypto. It's not like everyone else. It's just kind of, it works for me. Right now, that's just gambling. This is all gambling, but the meme coin is the craze right now, and that'll drive more people in until Bitcoin gets to where we need to be. That'll drive momentum. We have to have other people coming to the space. Just look at volume. That is your key there. Bitcoin and volume. When you have random alts and memes go up, that means nothing for the market as a whole. The big deal is the macro. They are scared in regards to not lowering interest rates. We were so baked in, except for my mind, that we were going to have 3 interest rate cuts. And now they're scared that they're not even going to get 2, right? So any good news in America, economic-wise, is bad news for both markets. So what do you do in the equities market? What have I been doing? I've been maxing out my 401k for 7 years. I have way over $1 million from that. That's when you want to buy in the red, especially in equities in your 401k. Catching a live vegan. Thanks for these. Hey, I try. I didn't know I could do this on my mobile. I thought I had to have like 1,000 subscribers. I would have done it a hell of a lot earlier. Maybe it's 50. So I want to help. So I figure try to do these after my run in the morning. I got to go work out in a few. And then, believe it or not, go on a tofu run. I don't just eat tofu, but I have a family of 5, 3 daughters, my wife, two dogs, and we go through a lot of tofu. But that's not all we eat. Trust me, you should have seen what we had last night. We eat everything that non-vegans eat. Everything. I'm more of a health type of guy, but I'll eat the junk shit. I was chowing on the spicy Doritos yesterday. Those are the only vegan Doritos there are, but we eat everything. Burgers. Yeah, luckily, I'm lucky I'm married to an incredible cook. And when I convinced her finally to go vegan many years ago, which was a big fight, she mastered how to cook everything. Christmas cookies, 3,000 Christmas cookies a year. Vegan, not a problem. It's not healthy, but shit, it tastes good. So I don't know if all of you heard the great news. Oh yeah, try Indian vegan dish. No, my wife makes it. I have Indian neighbors, so they bring me over some. Not as much anymore because they don't. They've cooked a couple vegan dishes, but I go out for Indian food all the time. Especially when I go to Las Vegas for meetings. There's some incredible Indian vegan restaurants, and the biggest dives has the best food. So gotta love it. Yeah, my wife can cook anything, and I eat Indian all the time. I eat ton of Thai food, you name it. So I don't know if you guys heard the good news. O.J. Simpson's dead. I won't go over that again. You can listen to the beginning of the video. But I was good friends with Ron Goldman and Kim Goldman. He killed Nicole Simpson and he killed Ron Goldman, and I grew up with them. And I'm Kim Goldman's age, 51. So that's good news. He was a monster. What else do you guys want to know? What else can I help with? Accumulate money, and these are accumulation times. They really are. If things go well and things get back on track, and I firmly believe the halving is going to help. It has no choice. As long as we need some bad news in the economy. Unfortunately, unemployment's okay. Inflation's going up. PPI's going up. That doesn't help our case. We need Powell to, it's all a mental game. We need him to be very dovish. And that will help us tremendously. It'll help crypto and it'll help equities. We are coupled. We are not decoupled from that. Looking for Velodrome to retrace down to 1990, but that might be too greedy. Yeah, I bought a bunch yesterday and the day before. I think I'm done with it. I say that, but I'll buy more. I know if it goes down to 19, I'm buying 10K worth, 100%. Yeah, where is it at right now? Is it at like 23, 24? I don't know if I can look, but make sure you're diversified enough. My opinion, we want to be in a, because when I have days, not so much this week, but when I have days where the market's getting killed, half of my portfolio is down, the other half is up, and some of them are up tremendously. I still think AIOZ, I think Ondo's a huge play. I know I talk about those a lot, but for a reason. I have no sponsor. I have nothing to gain from it. I just truly believe that it's going to do well. It's not a long-term hold. I will sell out all of it. 22. Oh. Yeah, that's a good price, brother. I think it might, keep an eye on the market. I think that's a pretty good price depending on how much you want to get in. I have quite a bit of it, but if we hit 20 cents and Bitcoin goes down, it's going to go down further. So I may load up, but I don't like red days. I don't find it as a gift. I want to go up and then sideways and then dip down a little bit. I don't like red days. And the YouTubers who tell you we should be thankful, like Kelly from Discover Crypto or Rob from Digital Asset News, love the guy. They're not a gift. They're not a gift. You want to buy in the way up. I buy in red, but I also buy in green. There is nothing wrong with that. When you decide to sell, will you sell most of your altcoins but hold most of your Bitcoin? Yeah. I can't decide on an exit strategy. So we got time for that. I believe. I will sell all of my alts. All of them. And except for, I may get screwed, right? Depends where everything's at. But my goal is to sell every single alt. I'll keep maybe some AIOZ because I have it at a penny, right? So let's say AIOZ is at $5. Well, wouldn't I want to sell it all at $5 and even buy it back at 50 cents maybe? Because think of how much I'll have. From a penny to 50 cents, let's say AIOZ goes down to 50 cents or 30 cents, it's still a ton of money. I think I make like $10,000 every penny or something like that. $5,000 every penny it goes up, something like that. So I will sell all my alts. Don't get caught. This is my opinion, but don't get caught in the bear market. Think of it this way. You have one altcoin at $100. Or let's say you have $100 at $100. Goes up to $1,000. You sell it at $1,000. You now have $900. You take some money out for taxes, and maybe some profits. Comes back down to $100. You buy 3 of them if you have that much conviction. It's going down. Alts are going to. We have a bear market in the stock market and in the economy. We will have it in crypto. BlackRock, Grayscale, Vanguard when they're in it. All the Fidelity. They're not going to save us. They can't. They have buying power, but they're not going to be able to prevent a bear market. So don't listen to the super cycle stuff. We could go longer, but we could go shorter. Remember, you always you never know when the top is. Just like you never know when the bottom was, or you would have bought Bitcoin at $15,000. I was waiting for 10K. I had $100,000 waiting for 10K. Never bought it. Didn't buy it at 20. Didn't buy it at 17. Had a ton waiting for it. But that's okay. I made up for it with some of the riskier alts. So it's good to think about your exit strategy. I think we're a long ways away. The only way we're cutting this short is if something catastrophic happens. And remember this, if we go into a serious recession, which there's no signs of that right now, they will then lower rates and then they will print money. They're always printing money, but they'll print money for us. Single 4 HR candle can change the sentiment. Truly fearful. Yeah. Here's the problem. The sentiment, even my sentiment, I don't have no one has that strong will. If anyone tells you they like red days, they're full of it. I'm telling you, don't believe them. Don't listen to a word they're saying. Sentiment changes on a dime. It truly does. You're on top of the world. Your portfolio's up, and then boom, CPI comes out, or other news, and Bitcoin falls to $65,000, and your alts go down 30%, 40%. No one wants to see their portfolio change $500, let alone sometimes I see, $300,000 swings, $400,000. I hate that. Makes me sick. And I've been doing this, I've been, in the markets since I was 21. I'm 51. And I lost $5 million at 29 years old when I was down at the Chicago Board of Trade. I only like the red days on DCA days, exactly. But when they hit in between the DCA days, it's rough. It is. And though you're still looking at it all day, do me a favor. Don't look at your portfolio constantly, the price. You can look at the coins. Don't look at your portfolio total. It'll drive you mad, and it does you no good. It's a mental game. And trust me, I play with it all day long. I could preach all I want. Like I said, I play with that all day long too. I'm in a much better mood when Bitcoin's at all-time highs and alts are killing it, And Bitcoin has to be that way too. I'm not just happy when alts are up. I want Bitcoin because that's leading the pack. They'll say that altcoin season, everyone will say, is when Bitcoin comes back down and all the money comes into the alts. That is true. But we want to see Bitcoin keep going. But it's going to be a struggle to get to through 100K. My portfolio only swings high 4, low 5 figures a day, but getting it. No, take your time. Yeah, I'm 51. I've been doing this a long time. Take your time. Trust me, I'm down so much money still from the last bear market on certain projects. AMP, ACH, Basic Attention Token. AMP, I'm down a few $100,000. And it was working its way back up, but their tokenomics suck. So I'm with you. That kills me. So it makes me sick. I had to write it off in my head. And that's what you have to do too on the losers. You just have to write it off. And what you have to do is do anything to get more money that you don't necessarily, they'll say that you can afford to lose. We can't afford to lose a penny. You just have to do something to get more money that you don't need to survive. I rolled that amp to the ground, 0.05 to, yeah, I should have, I didn't, here's how I got caught on amp. I just didn't think it was going to go that freaking low. But then when the SEC came out with that BS about Coinbase, the insider trading, that killed us on amp, killed us. And at that point, amp was, they were making things happen, and Tyler Spalding, who is their CEO, is a piece of crap. Never talks to the community, never says what they're doing. It's a horrible project. I've written it off in my head, but I want my money out of it. I'll take half of my money. So I should have sold amp. I'm in, it's like 6.5 cents. I should have sold it at 3. I didn't think it was going to go to 0.00013. So I'm so mad that I bought Loopring. Yeah, got stuck. Yeah. Yep. Loopring. That was a wash for me last. I think I made a little bit of money. I bought Loopring last cycle. Everyone did. Yeah. Don't worry about it. And remember, you're only down if you sell. In this market, shit that is dead is going to come back most likely. It might not come back to where you bought it. So I sold nothing for tax write-offs. I have them all. I should have sold AMP. I should have sold Basic Attention Token, which I was up a ton. But I didn't. And so and the reason why I didn't sell Basic Attention Token, I'm not even going to share that with you guys. It was so stupid of me. But I believe I'll get my money out of it. It just has to get up to 76 cents because I bought it all the way from 30 cents up to like $1.50 because it was killing it. And then boom, we got shot. What really was the biggest nail was the COVID variant that came out around right after Thanksgiving a few years ago. That's what killed the market. So don't worry about Loopring. And, what I'll do is this year, if ones that I'm not, if they don't come back, the ones that I'm down on right now, I will sell out of those to offset my gains because my gains are pretty large for this year. I would really keep a close eye on RWAs and so many good projects. I don't want to say projects. Good speculation that we're going to be able to jump into. I'm looking for newer things to, I said I was diversified enough. I just can't help myself. I truly believe we are going to hit it hard. Once we can hit these shorts above us for Bitcoin, it's going to be good, but our volume has to pick up. I don't know what our volume is right now. I thought last time I looked, it was about 70 some billion. We have to be 170 billion. We are not in a market until we're minimum 120 billion, but we have to be pushing 200 billion to get this going. Everyone thinks I keep hearing $10 trillion market cap, guaranteeing we're going to be 10 trillion. I don't see that. I see 5 or 6 trillion maybe. That's going to take a lot to get us there. That'll take a true altcoin season. And if Bitcoin gets to 130K, 120K, I will be blown away. I just don't know who's going to get us there. We might see new highs only after the war ends, Russia, Ukraine. That's a good thought. I don't think so. New highs, I don't think so. I think we'll see new highs long before that because Biden's not even talking with Russia. So I don't see that ending anytime soon, unfortunately. And if you want my views on Biden and Trump, I think they are two horrible situations for us. He doesn't have a chance, but it's going to be the first time in my life I'm going for RFK. I've been promoting him forever, and he's the only one who will help us. He's not a politician, but if you look at what he has done, I've been following him since I was a little kid. He does amazing things. He's not perfect, but Trump is evil. He always has been. I worked with his organization a ton back 20 years ago. Everyone went broke who worked for him. Not joking. Trump Towers in Chicago. And Biden just came in to try to help us. And I'm no Biden fan. But what's worse than Biden is just both parties. They're both so screwed up. We need RFK to change things. You know, but I don't see the war ending anytime soon, but I do see new highs coming very soon, very soon. I'm telling you, if we could, all it will take is inflows from ETFs, and we'll hit those shorts. We'll be at 75K in a snap, in a complete snap. And there's not much there between 75 and 80K. So it'll just take some driving force, low outflows like Grayscale did, like 16 million. Give us a few hundred million from ETFs. We're going to get to 72, then inch our way. That'll create FOMO. People will jump in. We'll hit those shorts. We'll be at 75K in a minute. No, Trump is not a businessman. He is a fraud. Take it from someone who's worked with his organization. Look into the history of him. He's a scumbag. I don't want to get into politics here, but he's a true pile of crap scumbag. He's not a businessman. He's the only one who could have 2 casinos and have them go broke. They print money, and he bankrupted 2 casinos. On Trump Towers here in Chicago, 30 people went bankrupt. 30 contractors went bankrupt because he didn't pay. He's a scumbag. You got to look deeper. And this is before he wanted to be president. His whole lifetime, he was on Epstein Island. The guy's scum. Yeah, I do agree about the wars thing. I mean, that probably wouldn't have happened under him. But I can tell you this: if RFK got in, he would be talking with Putin. He understands, but Trump is not scaring anyone, except for me. And look, I'm no fan of either side. They've both gone far right and they've both gone far left. Like the Buddha, middle path for me. Yes, that's true. But he is a failed businessman, but he's more of a fraud. Look at what he did in the 80s. You're probably too young, but the ice rink, the buildings, what he did with the buildings. You have to just look at his history. I won't go into it now, but the guy is a psychopath. Anyone who has an ego like that and lies continuously. I mean, he was saying, that the Democrats want to kill your baby after birth, execute them. I mean, it's like the nonsense that comes out. Life left to live. Yeah, RFK. Yeah, I mean, first of all, you should not be able to be president over 80 years old, nor should you be able to be a congressman. I mean, or a woman. They got to go. Elizabeth Warren, get the hell out of here. Maxine Taylor, whatever her name is, who's totally against crypto, even though they were with Sam Bankman-Fried. Get them all out of here. It's funny how they're going after Uniswap now when they didn't go after FTX or all the other ones that failed that they knew about. I'm telling you, look into RFK. He rambles a little bit like me, but look into his record, what he has done. He's the only hope we got, so check him out. All right, it is time to work out. Anything else before I was born in the 80s and went into construction before going into engineering management? Okay. Yes. You guys be good. Please do me a favor. Share, like, subscribe, all the stuff. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I'm not, I'm just trying to grow this to help more people. If you can get more folks some way in here, I'd love it. And I appreciate all of you so much. I really do. You guys have yourself a good day.